morning, Adil.
Good morning.
My name is Jeff Stigler, and I'm the business manager. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good. Congratulations. I understand you just made a deal on a 2022 Sequoia.
I did.
Great car, great car. We sell a lot of those, and they don't come back. People love them, so it should be a good vehicle for you. So, all right. Well, great. I have 3 reasons to be here today. One is to help complete the paperwork, and we'll go over that first. Second, to work on the funding of the vehicle, because I understand you're going to be financing this car, so we want to make sure that we get that done properly. And then third, I want to get you out of here as fast as possible. So, okay, very good. All right, well, let's start out with just the deal overall. Looks like you have a trade, and you'll be trading in the 2010 F-150. That came out with a value of $8,800. So great, we'll apply that down here on the deal. For the F-150, do you have the title with you today?
I have a payoff.
You have a payoff, okay. Have you spoken with your bank about what the payoff is?
I did.
So you have the exact number, and that's represented here, okay. Very good, excellent. And then also, with respect to that vehicle, do you have any maintenance or service contracts on that vehicle?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, all right, very good. The reason I ask is oftentimes if there's a year left or 2 years left, we're able to get a prorated refund that we can then apply towards your purchase. So we want to make sure that we don't leave any money on the table there. So, okay, and then as we go down there, so this shows the MSRP of the vehicle and the discount that you received in negotiations with Blake. And then here we've got the trade-in value minus the payoff. And then you're putting $3,000 down as well. That leaves this final figure right here. Does that look correct to you?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Off to a good start then. So a few questions about how you're going to use the Sequoia. How many miles a year do you drive?
Probably 15,000.
Okay, very good. Pretty average, average to the high side, so that's good. And how long do you plan to keep the Sequoia?
Probably 5 to 6 years.
5 to 6, okay. Very good, very good. All right, and let's see, as far as insurance, I see we have your insurance card for the F-150. Are you planning on transferring with the same company, with Progressive,
Yes.
over to the Sequoia?
Yep.
And what is your deductible?
500.
500? Okay, very good. Yeah, the lender will want to know that, and we want to make sure that we get that transferred as soon as possible before you take the vehicle home. So next, we're going to move over to the credit application. And I wanted to confirm a few things here. First and foremost, did you fill this out, or did the sales representative fill it?
I did.
You did. Okay, very good. And then as far as your income, it shows right here that you're working at North Mill Ford, and you're making what's this? Is this a monthly?
It is monthly.
And it's before taxes?
It is before.
Before taxes, perfect. Okay, very good. And then everything else look correct here on the credit application. We've got your name, your address, which are the same as the deal, so that should be good. Okay, very good. And what would you say in terms of your credit? How would you perceive it? Is it good, bad, somewhere in between?
I want to say somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between. Okay, very good. Why would you say that?
I had a bunch of late payments last year.
Last year. Okay. All right. Has that all been resolved? Or?
It has been.
It has been. Okay. And I can see that on the credit report that we pulled. It showed your Citibank Visa had an issue, and your Amex as well. But it looks like it was just mid-year, as you say, last year. So you're current. Everything's resolved now.
Yes.
Do you have documentation stating that you're current?
I do.
With those accounts? All right, very good. Yeah, the lender will want to know that, and that'll definitely help in terms of getting us the most competitive APR for what the amount that you finance. So, okay, very good. All right, well, with that, I have an iPad here. Are you familiar with this?
Yes.
Okay. There's a brief survey on here. It's going to take me about 10 minutes to go back and work up the payment and get the approval for your application. If I leave the iPad, can you answer these questions? There's a short survey there. It'll just help us understand better how you're going to use the Sequoia.
Sure thing.
And then I'll come back in about 10 minutes, and we'll go over the aspects of the deal and see where we stand.
Understood.
Great, thank you very much.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Adil, how's it going?
Good, good.
Good. Were you able to finish the survey?
Yes.
All right, very good. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right, and from the questions that I asked before and from your survey results, here's what we've got. And I've got good news also. We have you approved for the Sequoia. The payment's going to be $488 a month, and this is a term of 66 months.
Mhm.
Is that acceptable to you?
Yes.
All right, very, very good. And this is a 4.99% interest rate, so it was good, very good that you were current on those two accounts. I think that helped a lot in terms of being able to generate this approval.
Understood.
So very happy about that. Now, do you have your permission to go over a few optional coverages that we offer here?
Sure thing.
Okay, and these are coverages that generally most customers purchase two or more of these, and they're designed to protect you and the vehicle throughout the time that you own it. And there are several things that we offer here and the whole goal is to defray your out-of-pocket expenses throughout the life cycle of you owning the vehicle. So first and foremost, the vehicle service contract. A vehicle service contract is essentially an extension of your warranty. It's a little bit different in the vehicle service contract. It is not actually the OE warranty, but it does cover many of the same things. So your drivetrain, so your engine, your transmission, the HVAC system, the electronics in the car, as we know with navigation systems, with the bumper sensors for parking. There are a lot of electronics in these vehicles now that vehicles 15 years ago didn't have, and a lot that can potentially go wrong. So the purpose of this vehicle service contract is to protect you against unexpected failure of any of those components. And those costs of repair can range from a few $100s to several thousand. So it's something that we take seriously in terms of trying to prevent you from having an unexpected bill while you're owning the Sequoia. So the vehicle service contract is very important, and it's listed right here. The second is the JM&A Car Care Maintenance. So this takes care of your regular routine maintenance, oil changes, tire rotations, brake replacements, everything that is wear and tear that you know you're going to have to do with driving 15,000 miles a year. These components start to wear, and also you want to make sure that you're taking care of the vehicle to prevent any mechanical failures. So this maintenance plan, actually, by putting it into the payment, it ensures that you don't have any out-of-pocket expenses. All you have to do is bring the car back to the dealership, and we'll cover those costs. It is part of this agreement. Next item is total loss protection. With the amount that you're borrowing, financing here, in the event of a catastrophic event where the vehicle was a total loss, so let's say it was parked and got hit and was a total loss, or it was involved in an accident, the bank may not pay for the entire amount that you owe on it, in which case you would be responsible for the rest. So for example, 2 years from now, if the Sequoia is worth $25,000 and you still owe $32,000, there's a $7,000 difference there that you would be responsible for. So the purpose of this total loss protection is to be able to protect you from having to pay that in the event of that type of occurrence. So as you can see, it's fairly inexpensive and just provides that peace of mind and protection. And then the last two items are road hazard tire and wheel. So this protects against you hit a pothole, you lose a tire, you damage a wheel. Those repairs can cost anywhere from a couple $100s for a tire to $1,500 or $2,000 for a new wheel. So the road hazard tire and wheel protects against that, has no deductible, and allows you to have your tire and wheel replaced when that occurs. So I don't know if you're like me, you get a flat tire once in a while, and sometimes the wheel is involved as well, and you hate to have to pay out of pocket for that. So this is a good protection. And then the last offering that we have here is the paintless dent repair. So in driving 15,000 miles a year, you park in a lot of parking lots. Sometimes there's nobody around. Sometimes you come back and there are cars that have pulled up close to you, put a dent in the vehicle by opening the door, or a shopping cart goes astray and hits your vehicle. This paintless dent repair will repair dents free of charge up to the size of a credit card. So it's great protection. We all know we don't like when this happened, but unfortunately it does in the world that we live in, and in the places that we sometimes have to drive with our vehicles. So all in all of these protections are something that we recommend in terms of being able to lower and ensure you have little or no out-of-pocket expenses associated with the Sequoia over the next 5 years that you own it. And it does have an impact on the payment. So if we add all of these up, you can see you go from a $488 up to about a $570 payment. So it's a small percentage increase in the payment for a lot of value associated with these offerings. Could I interest you in these?
I think I'll be good without it.
You don't think so? Okay, all right. Well, I'm a little curious. Can you just tell me why you don't want to take them? What concerns you about these programs here?
Yeah, it's the cost.
The cost, okay. And we do hear that. And I do want to just point out, from a cost perspective, these actually, I know incrementally it adds to the payment, but it actually can save you from situations where it's a significant impact. So if you go without these payments, you'll have a $488 a month payment versus a $570. But let's say 3 years from now, you're driving your Sequoia and transmission starts to slip. Go in and it needs a new transmission, and that costs $3,500. So with your $488 payment, that month, you're gonna have to pay $3,988 to get it fixed and continue driving. With your $570 payment, you'll simply pay the $100 deductible and your normal car payment and be at $670. So in that instance, that scenario, you're saving over $3,000 by having this vehicle service contract. Which of these would you rather pay?
670.
670, yeah. No, exactly. And it's something, we don't ever expect these things to happen, but unfortunately it can. And it's the same with the road hazard tire and wheel, where a $488 payment looks very good until you have to replace a $1,500 wheel, and you're close to $2,000 that month. Whereas with no deductible on the road hazard tire and wheel, you'd be at $570. So a big savings. And all of these have a similar comparison and story to those. So knowing this and knowing the potential savings in the instances where that could occur, can I interest you in these?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Adil. I appreciate it. So what we'll do, and is this term good for you, the 66 payments? Okay, and then we'll take it to the 570, and we're good to go. So I can just get you to initial there and sign.
Sure thing.
Very good, excellent.
Thank you.
And congratulations again on the Sequoia. A great vehicle, good choice, and I'm sure that you'll enjoy it.
Thank you,
Thank
Geoff.
you.